Guys, I know you usually come here to watch me lose my mind over bad BLs. You find it hilarious when I roast these shows without holding anything back, but today is different. I'm turning a new leaf. I'm trying to be sensitive. I'm trying to be mindful of people's feelings starting next year. Because honestly, there is only so much hate I can take in a single year. My hate vessel is filled to the brim. If you add even a drop more of backlash, it will spill out and cause a flooding. So, to save myself from people's wraths, I'm going to be very succinct with my opinions today. I'm going to be very honest, no unnecessary jokes because I've been meaning to talk about these BLs that ruined my mood, spoiled my days, and wasted my weeks. I kept giving them chances just because fans liked them so much and kept talking about them. So, without further ado, let's get started. Head to Head was a bigger headache than I ever imagined it to be. Everyone and their auntie knows that I'm not the biggest fan of the director Neo Savage because he tends to ruin most BLs that he works on. But his audacity to ruin one of my favorite Thai BL ships, C and Keen, who I was looking forward to watching so damn much, needs to be studied. I already knew that the story wasn't going to be groundbreaking, but at least I knew C Keen would serve with their chemistry and acting. But I hate the fact that he made them act like 12-year-olds, pulling ugly faces, acting stupid most of the time. The chemistry that I was such a big fan of in Only Boo completely vanished, and C's acting was subpar at best. He couldn't match Keen's acting, and I wonder why because he was not bad in Only Boo. I can't even talk about the second couple without screaming my lungs out because what the hell was even that? Why is the story written in such a terrible way? I don't mind toxicity or even a cheating plot, but the characters are written with no depth, no proper backstory. Their actions don't seem connected, their behavior is annoying. The direction is horrendous. So many accidents and injuries are happening left, right, and center, and they only need one day in the hospital, and the next day they are back to normal. And the editing is horrendous. One couple is on the bed talking, and it immediately cuts to the second couple before their conversation is even over. And then we immediately come back to the first couple mid conversation. The editing makes no sense. Jerome hurts the back of his head and there is a pool of blood, but the next scene there is a small band-aid on his forehead. Does New Savage think we are idiots? He needs to be fired immediately. I'm really crying while writing this review because I have no other choice but to vent my frustration here. I've been a fan of Billy and Babe since their first series, The Sign, and I was looking forward to watching Interminable so much. Originally, I thought that it had a very intriguing plot, that it would be a thrilling watch, and for the most part, it still is, but I'm really frustrated about a lot of things. One major thing is Babe's wardrobe. What made them think that putting him in shorts and suspenders and making him wear the ugliest colored shirts would appeal to the audience? Or the men in the series who find him attractive? No matter the time period, his stylist did him dirty by making him wear the most unflattering outfits possible, especially when all the other men in the same time period are wearing normal clothes. The second big thing is the pacing of the series. Why is it so slow moving? Paranormal BLs are supposed to be fast paced to maintain the thrill, but not a lot of stuff happens in each episode and it is frustrating. I also feel like the development of their relationship in the flashbacks is a lot faster than I expected. They skipped a lot of things and the flashbacks were the ones I was looking forward to watching the most. I don't doubt Billy and Babe's chemistry or acting here because that is the only thing that is still making me watch the show, but I'm not gonna lie, I'm disappointed with the way the show was written. I was so excited for Jar's comeback as an actor after an almost 2-year break. I know you guys will agree with me that he is one of the most gorgeous and handsome actors in the Thai BL industry. I liked him with first in all the shows he has worked on. In fact, he has been an actor for a long time. I first saw him in Until We Meet Again and he wasn't bad. But the love never sets truly disappointed me with how long-winded the storyline is. And Ja unfortunately has no chemistry or tension with his co-star Tae in the series. Both of their characters are written as very one-dimensional. Not to mention both Saint and Ice are equally boring and tiring as characters and as a couple. There is no physical chemistry either. The only pairs carrying the show are the GL couple and the secondary BL couple. But overall, this series is written in such a way that it drags episode after episode without much movement. It's like the scriptwriters didn't have anything substantial to write after what happens with Ice and his professor, so they just dragged the storyline out, even when the resolution was simple and could have been handled in 5 episodes. I checked out after 7 or 8 episodes, unfortunately. Why did this low budget mess of a Korean BL get so popular? What did people like about it? I really want to know because nothing, and I mean nothing, makes sense in the show. Did people watch it just for the BDSM element and the NC scenes? Because there was literally no connection between one scene and another. The script made no sense, the acting wasn't even good, the production value was in the gutter. The only thing these two guys were good at was kissing. How did the viewers make it so popular that it even got a second season? This is exactly why so many actors, producers, and the industry as a whole doesn't respect us as viewers, because we make shows like this popular. I know people liked the series a lot, but I was completely thrown off by the extreme red lipstick and makeup on the main character. And the fact that he did aegyo in every single scene like a little girl. I got secondhand embarrassment from the way he was acting the whole time like a pick me. I found him really annoying and not charming at all, and I have no idea why the 3 guys fell for him. And honestly, the 3 guys themselves were annoying in their own ways. One was too overbearing and not in a hot way, another was the Timu version of Thai actor Aced, and the third guy was just there. The story was pretty unoriginal, but I can't even talk about it because I couldn't get past all the annoying actors. Before I criticize this series, let me just put this out there. Ongsa is one of the most gorgeous Thai actors I've seen this year. His beautiful eyes, his $1,000,000 face card, his physique. I think Ongsa and his co-star Ao have the potential to do something much bigger than this series. They are the breakout couple of this year in my opinion. But when it comes to the series itself, I think the concept was unique and I understand what they were trying to do. It was even interesting up to episode 6, but in the last 2 episodes it completely derailed and things started making no sense. The costumes and the makeup also cheapened the story a little bit. Overall, I think this series had a solid start but became messy and chaotic after episode 6, which was a huge disappointment for me. I was excited about man mermaids. I was excited about men having gorgeous tails and showing off their swimmer six-pack abs and bodies. I was excited about mermaid men making normal men crazy with their beauty and sexiness. But Lover Merman let me down massively. I'm sorry, but how do you make a merman show so boring? Like, there should be no chance of having beautiful mermaids in your show and still making it hard to get through. Even though the 2 couples had a lot of potential, they made the writing really boring and hard to sit through. Not a lot happens until the first 6 episodes, and by that time I'd already checked out. The second couple was a lost cause and the third couple finished before they could even start. Overall, a wasted effort in my opinion. The makers of Takumi-kun series should teach us a class on how to ruin a beautiful legacy. What a disaster the series was. It erased all my memories of the Takumi-kun movies with how bad it was. What made them cast 100 different actors and multiple different ships for a show that would only last for 6 episodes? The pacing was outrageous and yet, frustratingly, the main couple still had no progression. Like, how do you make 2 people unable to meet each other even when they're sprinting? This was a complete waste of my time and I'm still mad about it. Well, I tried. I really tried to be sensitive, I tried to be gentle, but honestly some of these shows tested my patience in ways that should be illegal. If you enjoyed any of these series, I'm genuinely happy for you and I wish I could say the same. But for me, these were the shows that filled my hate vessel to the brim this year. Hopefully, next year brings us better scripts, better wigs, better makeup, and mermen who actually do something interesting. Let me know in the comments which BLs disappointed you the most this year, and please be as brutal as you want because my nice era is officially over as of right now. See you in the next year, lovelies. Bye and Happy New Year.